First off, the nomination that I received from the emergency department staff was terrific. It was not surprising. I've known Nathan the entire time he's been here in Mansfield, and there's just certain people that stand out. And I think what we saw in that nomination was really who he is, not only as a firefighter, paramedic, but as a person.
Working with Trapp is pretty exciting, energetic. He's very much an outgoing personality that allows for whatever situation you're in to not overtake with the emotions, especially in the situations that we find ourselves in that we come across.
He's the heart of our crew when we were together. He was kind of calm in all of our calls. Some calls go good, some go bad. Sometimes you got to negotiate with patients that need to go. He has always been that advocate on every call like that.
I thought I was interested in firefighting when I was young. I learned firefighting was mostly EMS at the time, or that, like, relative to the people who I was talking to about it. And I didn't know what that even meant or was, and so I was like, well, I guess firefighting's not for me. Pursued other things for several years. Years later, became close friends with some people who were firefighters and paramedics, and thought paramedicine would actually be pretty interesting. Put myself in EMT school and really enjoyed it. Same with paramedic school.
When somebody really needed to go to hospital or they refuse it, and especially in the situation you referred to the call he's being nominated for, it was textbook definition of stuff Nathan would do. And there's never second guessing that when he goes back to the hospital a few hours later, has another patient, he can check and see, oh, that patient's still here. And that was a win for him, because he fought hard to get that patient to go to hospital that day that needed to go.
I had transported her like less than 48 hours after we had transported her previously. She left against medical advice, went home, didn't get the treatment she needed, had no changes in her circumstances, called us again, or someone else called on her behalf, I don't recall. We brought her again, so I was this time being like a different level of persistent with her, trying to encourage her to stay, figure out why she didn't stay, convince her that staying is the only way she's going to possibly get better, and this is going to change for her. You know, my interests weren't entirely altruistic. Like, I didn't want to run her again tomorrow. Let's stay at the place long enough to get the treatment and get better. When we came back with another patient, she was apparently trying to leave again, according to ED staff. So I went back and I talked to her some more and tried to calm her down and make her more comfortable. I had asked her if she'd been given any pain meds yet for her abdominal pain, which is what we brought her in for chronically. And she said, no, they haven't given me anything. And I got mad because it's been at least a few hours. And I walked out of her room and I got a little loud with some of the staff right outside of the room. And then I was that much more motivated to follow up any subsequent time that day we came back to the hospital to see how she was, to see what else had been done, and to help her do whatever was necessary to get to that definitive care.
Nathan has always been very well respected by the emergency department staff, so much that I think he could walk out of a room, as he talked about being upset because he felt like we hadn't treated her pain appropriately. Now, there's some medical reasons that may have happened, but I don't think anybody was surprised or angry that he was advocating for his patient.
You know, his entire drive in life is to help others, is to connect with people. I know he is awarded this for one specific or individual call, but this is just a highlight of his interaction with every patient I've ever seen him with.
He's the difference maker. He's, like I said, he's the calm. He's always looking to do the right thing. His bedside manner is unmatched. It's one of the best I've seen. He's always calm, collective. He's always shooting, we're here, you called us, let's fix the problem.
I do this job and I get satisfaction out of this job because I like helping people. And the help she needed wasn't a taxi ride, it was making it all the way to definitive care. And whatever roadblocks were in the way, like if there was something I could do to help, why wouldn't I?